Hi, today we're going to talk about education coaching and how it can help your family. My name is Meg Flanagan, and I started MilKids Ed as a tutoring business in Camp Pendleton, California in 2009-2010. I had spent several months watching children show up to school just without core competencies in their knowledge, whether it be fractions or phonics or multiplication and division facts. So I started tutoring these children, and I built a robust tutoring business focusing on military children and children with special education needs. Over the years, MilKids Ed has grown from that first tutoring business to a blog and now a coaching business for parents of school-age children. My mission in life is to help your family navigate the often rocky road in the K-12 education journey. I have multiple degrees in education, and I'm certified in 2 states and by the Department of Defense. I am specialized in military families, special education, autism spectrum disorders, and learning disabilities. Why might your family benefit from an education coach? That's a really great question, so let's talk about it. You might need an education coach if you've ever been unsure of what to say during a parent-teacher conference, if you're not sure what questions to ask to find out how your child is doing in school or what your child needs to do in school to succeed. If you've ever sat looking at a blank screen waiting to email your child's teacher and just not knowing what words to put down, or being surprised by the call from school and not knowing what to say about a situation. If your child has extra education needs like special education, gifted education, or really anything that just don't seem like they're being met in the regular education classroom or even in their extra programs. If you have ever been in an IEP meeting or a 504 plan meeting and that jargon has come flying at you and you are blindsided, you are caught like a deer in the headlights and you're just overwhelmed. If you've ever looked at your child's education plan and thought, that doesn't really seem like it's happening, or I don't think that's beneficial to my child at this time. If your child's needs just aren't being met, an education coach might be for you. And if you have ever struggled with your child over doing homework, you could benefit from an education coach. So what's an education coach? The simple answer is an education coach is someone who can help with sticky situations at school. But it can be so much more. An education coach can help you with communication skills, finessing those meetings, special education, gifted education, general education, document reviews, those test scores and report cards and standardized tests, all of those things. Finding a great school and helping you at home. When we're talking about communications and meetings, there are a couple of concrete things that an education coach can do for you to make your road smoother. Like teaching ideal email and phone call strategies, helping you write the perfect letter or email, creating and rehearsing scripts to make meetings go smoothly, analyzing and interpreting data to help you make your point, and attending meetings as an advocate and expert, either virtually or in person. These things can help you because when you get the right words every time, you'll be getting what you want and you'll be building a team with your child's teachers. When you come prepared to stay on point, everyone can make progress towards solutions that matter and will benefit your child. And all of these things will help provide you with expert advice and support so that you can feel confident walking into a meeting. Even if you don't understand all the educational jargon, you'll be coming armed with outstanding data analysis, strategies, and wording so that you can sound professional and on point, and your child will be benefiting every single time. When we're talking about special education, this is really where education coaching kind of is more well known. Education coaches, when we're talking about special education, can do reviews of work samples and tests. Look at those formal and informal education plans like IEP plans, 504 plans, response to intervention plans, and the everyday strategies that your child's teacher is doing in the classroom right now. We can help coordinate communication between teachers, medical professionals, support staff, and parents. We can attend meetings with you, and we can help your child's teachers find outstanding additional solutions to use in the classroom today. When you have someone outside of your child's school system reviewing all of the documents relating to your child, you can get a better and more complete understanding of what's really happening in that classroom from an unbiased third party. When you work together with everyone on your child's education team, you get a better picture of what's happening, and everyone gets the chance to work together to help improve your child's education. And all of these things help provide you support and knowledge so that you can be confident walking into all of those meetings, knowing exactly what's going on, and having the information to back you up so that your child gets the best education possible. Teachers also benefit when parents hire a special education coach because then they have an additional outside resource to access so that I can help find extra resources and great opportunities for your child's teacher to use in the classroom that will benefit your child today. While gifted education is less well known in the education coaching community, I can definitely help you here too. So things an education coach can do for you. Again, reviewing all of those documents and education plans. Helping to provide additional activities and find lessons to help those gifted and talented teachers or classroom teachers if they need help. And help your own family find additional activities to do that will benefit your child's education. So this can help you because again, when you have an outside third party review all of the things, I might be able to find additional opportunities for enrichment or support that someone who's in the system might not see. When your team works together, everyone's on the same page and can get a better picture of what's happening for your child, and it can improve your child's education. By helping teachers and families find additional resources to teach and learn, your child will progress by leaps and bounds simply because more opportunities are available. When we're talking about education plans, this is just education plans in general, whether it's special education, gifted education, or an informal things that are happening in the classroom. So I can use formal plans that are already in place, like IEPs or 504 plans. I can review current academic supports and enrichment opportunities that are offered at your school. So this could be response to intervention opportunities or in-classroom opportunities, Title I, Odyssey of the Mind, all of those wonderful things that just naturally happen in a school, but you might not know about, or your child's teacher might not know that your child would benefit from it. I can take a peek at what's happening in your child's current academic record. That would be transcripts, notes, all of those things. And I can draft a comprehensive plan to meet your child's needs. When you have someone looking from the outside in, comparing what's happening in real life to what the plan says should be happening, I can help identify those gaps and create ways for your child to benefit even further. When you know what's available to you, you'll be able to advocate more. So maybe you don't know all of the things that are happening. And when I reach out to the school, they might be able to give me a more comprehensive list, and we can go over that and decide what would work for your child. When you walk into a meeting or approach a teacher about creating or changing an education plan, if you have a sample plan, a draft plan ready to go, it gives you a jumping off point, a place to work from. And you and your child's teacher or education team can work together to find a way to get the best for your child right now. I can also just take a peek at documents. This could just be to make sure that your child's transcripts are complete or that your child's transcripts will transfer. So I can look at report cards, progress reports, transcripts, everything that would be in a permanent education record. I can look at data from regular classroom tests and assignments and see how it compares to the standards that your child should be meeting. I can take a peek at standardized tests. That could be the year-end grade level tests like the Iowa test or the PARCC assessments, or it could be diagnostic testing like the WISC or a Stanford Binet. And I can take a look at gifted and special education plans and see what's happening. I can also provide interpretation of any results and analysis that I have, and it will be in real, understandable language without jargon. Having someone looking at your child's records from the outside in can help give you an unbiased view of your child. I promise to always be honest and fair when explaining what's happening with your child. An outside party like me could see new options and opportunities for enrichment in education to help improve on the plans that are already in place, or draft a new plan to include those opportunities. And when you arrive at your meetings with a complete professional analysis of the data and opportunities available to your child, you're prepared to be the best advocate for your child right away and to have a better plan going forward. If you're struggling at home, an education coach can definitely help you. Helping to create a homework zone, a specific designated place for your child to do homework. Providing you with strategies to help stop or diffuse the homework battles before they even begin. Creating homework plans and expectations so your child knows what's going on with homework. And locating additional resources to boost skills for free, either online or in person, or through paid publications and workbooks. And assisting with finding a tutor. So if you have someone else take the reins on homework, you get to be the good guy, and the education coach can be the quote-unquote bad guy, the one who's enforcing the rules and making sure that homework happens. When you optimize your homework time through the creation of a personalized homework zone with a plan and expectations and goals for your child, it breaks it down into easier chunks so that your child will be able to manage that time more easily. By locating additional resources, you will have opportunities for your child to build on new skills and grow their knowledge right at your fingertips. I have connections throughout the military tutoring world and throughout the military spouse world, so I can help you locate the best tutor today so that your child can blossom overnight. So those are all really great reasons of what an education coach can do for you, but why would you hire an education coach? So education coaches provide exceptional value. When you're talking about education, often you might hire an education coach or an education advocate if you're dealing with a sticky situation. And another option is lawyers. People often think of lawyers first, but they charge hundreds of dollars an hour. And then there's the court fees and the legal battles. But if you hire an education coach can often mediate and moderate those sticky situations before they become legal battles. So you won't have the education lawyer fees, you won't have the court fees, and our rates are significantly less than education lawyers. For military families, you might be thinking, sure, all of these things are things that a school liaison officer might be able to do for me. And they can, but they're also going to be doing it for thousands of other families at your installation. It's not going to be a dedicated person for you. They may only work with 1 or 2 school districts in the area, or they may only have knowledge of 1 or 2 school districts in the area. And it's a great opportunity to work with a school liaison officer to help you find out what districts your base might be attached to, or some ideas of private schools to send your child to, or find out about the homeschooling laws. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you really want somebody who is dedicated to your family specifically and not stretched thin between thousands of other families. Additionally, while school liaison officers are very knowledgeable about their craft and their field, they may not have as much specific subject matter expertise as, say, an education coach might have. So if you're hiring a special education ed coach, they are specializing in special education. But a school liaison officer might not be as well versed in that area. Education coaches have advanced degrees and years of professional experience in the field. They are motivated and dedicated by what they have seen to help improve the lives of students and families outside of the classroom setting as an education coach. So we are guiding families to have the best education journey possible. Like I said before, we have expertise that we are willing and ready to leverage for your family. I am personally an expert in special education, elementary education, and military families. Other education coaches have different areas of expertise. Education coaches have years of education and background and experience, and all of this will be coming to work for you. When you have recommendations and a data analysis from an education coach with all of this experience and background in education, you will feel 100% confident that you are getting the best information so that you can advocate for your child in the most effective way. Well, that's all great, but can't I just hire a tutor? Won't that fix a lot of the problems? And you're right. But tutoring mostly focuses on helping your child keep up, catch up, and get ahead. So this is great if your child is behind and you know what's happening, or your child is gifted and you just need a little bit extra outside the classroom to help your child stay motivated and ahead of the curve. But often, families in these situations need additional help and advice to fix those tough school situations, to help work through the special education referral process, or handle a tough IEP meeting, or learn those strategies so that their communication skills are on point. Education coaches can provide all of these services to help solve these sticky school situations. And often when you hire an education coach, you are going to be working on the things that are causing your child to maybe stumble in the academics. So if you learn those better communication skills, you'll be better able to express to your child's teacher what's happening, and they'll be better able to target your child in the classroom with additional help. So education coaches can often help solve the problems that are behind those academic stumbling blocks. And where tutoring comes to your home, either virtually or in person, education coaches attend meetings, help with school placements and searches, take a peek at documents and education plans, help with communication strategies, and so much more. Education coaches are available to you. We're available around the world. Between virtual calls and meetings and online conferencing programs, you're going to have access to your education coach no matter where you are located, meaning you can work with somebody who's located in Okinawa when you're in North Carolina. With all of these instant communication methods, your problems can be solved super duper fast. So why should you choose MilKids Ed as your education coaching go-to person? So I've been in education since 2009 and working exclusively with military families since around that same time. I've grown from a tutoring business to now a coaching business. I understand this lifestyle. I understand all the challenges of being a military spouse, especially being a military family with children. There's a lot going on, and I know about it. And I also understand the academic side and the challenges faced by military children coming from different bases all around the world. I am a parent, I'm a military spouse, I am a teacher, I've been a tutor, I've been an advocate, I have sat in every single seat at the education table, and I understand what it feels like in that seat. All of this makes me an awesome advocate, someone who can really help your family see all of the options and help you communicate all of those options that you see to the teacher and education team. Since 2010, I have been working with families to make sure that they get through the special education process in the fastest, easiest, and most productive and helpful way. I've helped parents craft gifted education plans to bring to their schools. I have helped parents start the special education referral process. I have helped parents as a teacher knowing their rights and the laws that govern education. I have a lot of experience in this area. As I transitioned from tutoring to blogging full-time, I have been working on building a reputation as the go-to source for military families with school-aged children, and I've been building it organically through blogging and word of mouth since 2015. Right now, MilKids Ed is the go-to education resource for Military One Click, Kids of America's Heroes, and the Military Wife and Mom. I've also offered up education advice to Next Gen MilSpouse, Military Shoppers, and TeachCow. I've been on TeachCow and Network for Teachers as a military child and special education expert. I offer comprehensive service packages to help you find solutions for your child in the easiest, most cost-effective way. These are personalized professional services that are ready to go to work for you right now. So if you would like more information about any of these services or about education coaching in general or about MilKids Ed, I am more than happy to answer your questions. I am all over social media. You can email me at milkidsed@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at MilKidsEd, Pinterest at MilKidsEd, Instagram at MilKidsEd, and Facebook at MilKids Consulting. I am so excited to share my knowledge and expertise with you. I'm so excited to help your family, and I can't wait to go to work as your education coach. Please drop me a line and let me know how I can help your family today.